Hi, my name is Kerry Graves with Graves Investigations. What I'm going to discuss is licensing regarding executive protection work. Here in the state of North Carolina, to do executive protection work, you have to be a licensed private investigator. Anyone else doing this type of work is doing it illegally. I often get calls about, well, how do I become licensed? Is there any training to be executive protection certified? So once again, the first step is to become a licensed private investigator. Once that is taken into account, at Graves Investigations, we ensure that our private investigators have proper training in this area. And when I say proper training, we make sure that we train our investigators in executive protection tactics. They can get this from other agencies, such as formerly known as Blackwater or XE, to provide these executive protection services. And it's usually a week-long course, and they go over all of the basics of executive protection. At Graves Investigations, we teach firearms tactics, we teach hand-to-hand combat, tactical defense. These are all things you need to know when being an executive protection specialist. Also, we encourage our executive protection specialists and or private investigators to take some type of martial art, because knowing this can help an executive protection specialist if the assignment is an unarmed assignment, meaning no firearms. Here at Graves Investigations, we do teach that, and once again, tactical defense, basic self-defense, as well as we encourage Muay Thai or some form of combat jiu-jitsu or Krav Maga or any type of martial art that fits that particular investigator. Because when we are out in the field, situations may arise where you have to use everything in your toolbox within the hand-to-hand combat to make sure your principal or client is safe. Many times I'll see other investigators performing executive protection work that have no knowledge in these areas. And that's why I use the adage, verify the information. If a company says they can provide executive protection, make sure they've been through the proper firearms training course. Having a concealed weapon permit is not enough in the state of North Carolina. Make sure they have some type of martial arts experience or training. They should have certificates to prove this. Make sure they've been through some type of executive protection training. Once again, there are many agencies that offer this. In Virginia, you get what is called a personal protection specialist license. We have investigators on staff with this as well. So when being licensed as an executive protection specialist, you must make sure that the services you are providing match the training and experience you have. At Graves Investigations, we have been providing this type of protection and services for a decade. And we've done it for entertainers, we've done it for COOs of large corporations that are well known across the United States and internationally, as well as individuals and families who need protection. We also provide this for companies that may have employee issues if there are big layoffs or if there's some type of scandal within their agency. So having this experience, having these trainings, and certificates to prove you have this experience and trainings is of the utmost importance when hiring somebody to do executive protection. One of the last things is making sure they have insurance. A lot of PIs try to skip the insurance mandate. They're not supposed to, but they try to get around the issue. If they do not have insurance, do not hire them for executive protection. Ask to see the private investigators who may be providing protection. Many PI companies, some that have been around for 25 plus years in North Carolina, will sell you executive protection, and once you see the individuals that are going to be doing the protecting, I think you'll change your mind about that. So once again, make sure there are licenses, trainings, and documented experience for the individuals that are going to provide you protection. If you have any questions or would like to receive a quote on how Graves Investigations can help you with all of your protection needs, call us today.